You can see here the wide desktop breakpoint view of the electronic storefront. This looks a lot like the original electronic storefront, but with a cleaner, more modern feel to it. The banner component here at the top is loaded dynamically as it's needed, and the appropriate image is selected according to the size and the pixel ratio of the space in which it sits. This works well on a variety of devices, so whether you're dragging it with your finger or you're using a mouse on a laptop, then it should work well across a variety of different devices. If I reduce the size of the page like this, we move from wide desktop to normal desktop or laptop view. As I make the size a bit smaller again, we hit the tablet breakpoint, and the controls at the top of the page shift to simplify the layout for a touch-based user. The search box, you can see, has become more prominent, and the account information here has disappeared under the person icon in the top right. Also, you can see this hamburger icon on the left now gives access to navigation elements, but only when they're actually necessary and the user wants to see them. If I reduce this further down into the mobile view, you can see this simplifies things further so that the search is now accessed through the button here. The banner component here uses a more rectangular image with smaller side-by-side banners having reduced down to stacked components so that they're a lot more readable. If you have a look at the bottom here, you can see as well, we've also improved localization in the German language as well. So you can see examples of the banners in German language. There's also a responsive version of the Apparel storefront too. Let's take a look at a typical responsive checkout journey now. I'll start by searching for a camera. So if I look at this in the desktop view, then you can see that a lot of the screen collateral has been saved by including the pickup in store and add to cart and basic information side by side with the main image for the product. You can also see that the main sections of product details, specs, reviews and delivery are held in tabs, again to save screen collateral. If I now reduce this down to a mobile view, the add to cart functionality is now placed below the main image. Also, the different sections such as product details are held in accordion sections underneath, so you get a natural flow from top to bottom. Let's pick this up in store now. So I'm going to pick this up from Tokyo, and I'm going to choose the Metropolitan Hotel to pick it up in and add that to the cart. And I'll continue shopping. When I look at the related product section at the bottom, I might decide to buy maybe a different coloured power shot for my wife who's waiting for me back at home. So rather than picking this up in store, I decided to get this shipped to her straight away. So I'll add that to the cart instead. So now I'm ready to check out. On this page I can see a summary of my order, which includes the item that I want to be shipped directly and the item that I want to pick up in store. So if I'm happy with this, I can continue shopping or I can check out. I could use the express checkout because I've stored my details already from a previous shopping experience, but I decide that I'm going to go through the whole checkout journey this time. So with my first item, I need to confirm a shipping address. So I can either select a country and then fill in the address details below that and then save it later. But in this case, I know that I've already got an address which I saved earlier, so I'm going to make use of this one. So the next step in the secure checkout is to select a delivery mode. So I've decided that I'm going to choose the faster but more expensive delivery mode, and I'm going to go on to the next step. Now I need to decide how I'm going to pay for this. So I can either use a saved card, or I can fill in some details below and then specify my billing address. In this case, I'm just going to use a card that I saved earlier, which is already associated to a billing address, like this. So now I can see my order summary. I've got one item which I'm going to have shipped, and one item that I'm going to pick up from the hotel, and some details about what payment method I used to pay for these. I can see the total amount and the delivery amount here, and I can check the terms and conditions and then click on that to place the order. I might decide at this point though that actually I want to pay a bit less for delivery, so I can go back to a previous section and, for example, choose a different shipping method and then carry on through the checkout journey as before. Now I'm ready to place my order. So checkout's been successful. We get information about our order, such as the order number, the fact that an email has been sent, and details of the pickup location, and I can now carry on shopping. Thanks very much for watching this responsive release video. We'd really like your feedback on what you think of these new features and any improvements that you can think of that may feed back into the product and make it a better product for you. Thanks very much for watching.